Hi, my name is Cannon Prince, and welcome to day 12 of the human reboot experiment. So, we got sidetracked for a couple days with OpenClaw, but we are back today to get back into our first app build. So, here we are back at Stitch, where we left off the other day with our journal slash calendar app. This is all the stuff that it built out for us. And then our next step is going to be to bring it into Google AI Studio. So the way we do this is we select all of the panels that are designed by pressing Control A, and then we go up to Export. And the first selection, AI Studio, that's what we want. So then we just come down here and click the button Build with AI Studio. Then it will open AI Studio. It will put all of these images in here. And generally, what I like to do is come in here and just highlight this whole chat, everything I talked to Stitch about, and then just paste it into Google AI Studios, just like that, and then click build. And we will watch it on the left hand side. It starts thinking, and then over here is where it's going to start building out this thing. So basically, as we talked about before, Stitch is the AI that is building the visuals of the app or the website. And then Google AI Studios is going to build the backend for the prototype. So all of the functionality and things that make it work. So on the Stitch page, it was just, as we saw, just a artboard basically with graphics, but none of these things are actually like clickable. Um, so what you want to do is any changes to the visual, as much as you can, you want to make here on Stitch before you ship it over to Google AI Studio. But Google AI Studio can do visual tweaks and things like that. I just recently built a web page for my school community, like a landing page. I'll show it to you real quick. It's what is it? Friction. Yeah, it's this one right here. So I created this web page in Stitch, and then I brought it over to Google AI Studios and did it. And then there were some things I wanted to tweak visually. So instead of going back to Twitch, I was able to have Google Studios AI do it. And then it created this, and then I brought it over to Netlify via GitHub, and now it's live, though I still need to replace these photos and things. But basically, this is a landing page that people will go to, and then they can click join the experiment now, and it will bring them to the school page when it's set up to link. And this is the school page here for the human reboot experiment, and then these are the classrooms, the human reboot experiment. This is where I'm doing the whole 365-day thing with other people. And then I've started this whole reboot, right? Rediscover, explore, blueprint, operate with AI, optimize, transcend. And that's kind of like the workflow of this whole thing. And then live call archive and some freebies and stuff. But so, yeah, this page I designed just how I'm showing you with this app, but I did it for a website instead. So we'll come in here, and now Google AI Studio has built a prototype. I've built the Zenith Journal app for you. So I decided to call it Zenith Journal. That's a weird name. We'll name it something else. But a sleek and highly structured journaling. Key features: weekly schedule, weekly goals, daily focus, structured task, morning reflection, daily inspiration, evening gratitude, integrated journaling, quick notes, weekly review, uh, slick and stylish UI, dual themes, intuitive navigation, smooth transitions, stats, and profiles. And so this should be a working thing, at least with the buttons and things. We'll see what works. Okay, goals. What are your goals for the week? I want to accomplish. You can type something and then start the week. Then it will open up top 3 tasks for the day. Eat. Right now it's like cutting off after one key. So we'll say pray and you guessed it, love. Eat, pray, love. Those are our 3 tasks for today. Morning reflection, where we can type, name one thing that scares you. Here's a quote that is pulling: success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. So cool. That's the quote that we were talking about. Evening section, 3 things I'm grateful for. Boom, boom, boom. Daily journal. Any notes? Okay, and then we go to the next day. Then there's a new day. It's got the Monday, March 9th. The date's up there. Then let's see here. We got our calendar, which we looked at. Goals, these are the goals for the week. Our stats. So insights and stats, consistency, 12 days. Task completed, focus hours, activity visualization coming soon, so we can develop that more. We got our dark and our bright. It doesn't look like that's working yet. We got our user profile and then our settings here, appearance. Okay, so it's got this, but again, this isn't working yet. And daily reminders. Um, so this is for essentially a web version of this thing. And then it's got mobile. So this is what it would look like on mobile with the different things. Start the week. Here's, I kind of like that. There's like a little track: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So that's cool. And it's got all of this in line. And you can see the only way to do great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. George Adair. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Confucius. So it's pulling solid quotes. And then we can look at tablet size as well. So here's Wednesday: the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt. Um, so that's pretty good. If we look at, let's go back to the phone version. And let's just compare it, right? So this was what Stitch put together. And it's fairly similar. Right now, these links aren't working. So that's one thing that we would start problem solving. We'll get into that in a minute. But then, if we look weekly goals, come in here, goals. What are your goals for the week? We look at this. What are your goals for the week? All right. Yeah, I mean it's not bad. I think in general I like this style a little bit more. But we can tweak that. Let's see. Let's get the start week and see what this looks like. So we have daily focus, Monday, October 27th. We got the 3 tasks, boom, boom, boom. Then we have our morning reflection here. We got our quote, right? Then we got our evening section here. And then we have our notes, and it put the daily journal there as well, which I like because I think here, well, here we have the daily journal page. So I do want to put that in there because I like this: happy, productive, calm, blah, blah, blah. So maybe we add it as a button. And then, there's a bunch of stuff missing on the settings. The profile page isn't working yet. The growth stats. So this is a good place to start. And basically, tomorrow or the next day, we'll come and we'll actually start tweaking this thing and getting into the details of how to fine tune this, because what we want to do is fine tune this prototype version so that it looks and operates exactly how we want it to. Once that's done, then we have to actually build the app, like a working version of the app that can go out into the world on Android or, iPhones or computer or whatever, wherever we want to launch these things. And so we have to rebuild it based on those platforms needs and the different kind of coding and things that it uses. So this is the prototype version. We did the visual version in Stitch. This is the working prototype version so that you can take this stuff and open it on your phone as like a prototype developer phone and say, hey, look at this is the thing I made, or send a link to somebody that they can open it and mess around with it. That way, if you're creating something with somebody else, they can look at it and give input. Or if you want to send it to people to get their input before you launch something, to the public, you can do that as well. And then once that's all dialed and locked in, then it goes into the actual build phase where you're building the actual app. And we'll get into that as well. So today I just wanted to cover bringing this new app that we're creating from Stitch into Google AI. That's done. We've identified some problems. We've identified some things that we like. We've identified some things that are missing that we want to add. And then in the next lesson, we will get into actually executing on that and starting to make all of those tweaks and stuff so that we can get this exactly what like we want. And then we will move on to the build phase. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. As always, thanks for the likes, the comments, the shares, the follows. If there's anything you want to see, any kind of software or things, feel free to let me know in the comments or shoot me a DM or head over to school and check that out. I'm always there and available. That's a great place to get feedback and stuff as well. And I will see you all tomorrow for day 13 of the human reboot experiment. Thanks a lot.